Hell yeah. Got all my stuff. These boxes are heavy, and there's a bunch of them. And this is all the stuff for my suspension. I drove to Knoxville to pick it all up. Spent the night there, went to a graduation party. I got a tour of Scotts Hot Rods shop. This is sweet. So I got my 4-link stuff, I got my power steering rack, I got my new cross members sitting there. That's going to take a couple days for me to get to this, but for you it's going to be a couple seconds, so here we go. Here's all the stuff. A notch for the tie rod. These are for my 4-link. This is for my panhard bar for the back. Got all this hardware to figure out what the f to do with it. This is for my brake calipers, brackets. These are for the back as well. These are for the back. I don't know what a lot of this stuff is for. I'm gonna have to figure it out. I assume this is for the back as well. You know, this is for the shocks in the front. I got my airbags back and front. I got my wheel bearings. I got my rotors, brake lines, drop spindles, A-arms, bag plates. I think these are notches for the frame to clearance for the bags in the front. And I have bag plates for the back somewhere, but I don't know where they are. Could be these. Yep, these would be bag plates for the rear. Yeah, man. This is going to be hell of a job welding all these parts on. Too bad I'm not as good as a welder as these guys with that TIG. But I think what I'll do would be good enough. Yeah, so basically that is a lot of f***ing parts. But if I just do one piece at a time, that's not going to be bad at all. These are my motor mount, my Coyote motor mounts. Got my C-notch for the rear end, which is mandrel bent. I have no idea how I'm going to put those in because I can't find anyone that's done it online and see any pictures of what they did. But I think I got a good idea of what I'm going to do. And I'm going to hit up Scotts Hot Rods and get a little information from them. I got my 8.8 Explorer rear end complete with brakes, but I got all new brake components, wheel bearings. I got all new bearings and shims for inside of here. So from cutting out the K member, this edge is just really shitty, especially over here from cutting off those factory welds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this piece out and weld in a new piece so that I have a nice clean surface to put my nice clean K member on. And after I'm done cutting these out, I'm going to box this in, and I guess I'll deal with this edge when I get to the welding part and see what I need to do there. And this one seems pretty good. Those cut out, made the patch pieces, welded them in, ground them down. First time welding a structural piece on a frame, and it's pretty awesome. I think I did a pretty good job. I feel really happy that I got to do this. Like this, it's just, I don't know, as much as it looks simple and as easy as it was, I don't think most people would have the, I don't think most people would want to do something like that. It's just one small step for me, one tiny step for my project. I got these plates welded in, right? And then I measured from this opening to this opening is 29 inches. From this end of the frame to this end of the frame is 33.5 inches with a difference of 4.5. And that divided by 2, I made this 2.25 inch thick right there. And then when I put this on here, about where it needs to go. It's pretty much perfect. I think this is going to need a little bit of trimming. That's going to be dependent on what angle I need here, which I don't really know that yet because the vehicle isn't in the stance it's going to be when it's driving. So I still got to figure that out. Boxing plates cut. I'm just doing them 11.5 inches wide. I'm going to weld them to the bottom of here, and then I'm going to make a plate. I'm not going to worry about cutting this out. I'm just going to weld a plate. I don't know what they call that. Whatever. I'm just going to weld the plate to the bottom of here. That's going to mate up with this down there, and then cut it all even, and then it'll be boxed in. And then I think that's what I'm going to work on today. Finishing boxing in this. Alright, well, I got my frame boxed in. I think it's pretty decent for not knowing what the hell I'm doing and never doing any structural welds before, but I got it all figured out. I still got to paint. Still got to paint the inside. That'll be okay. As you can see, the K-member fits in there pretty tight. Got a little finessing to do to get it to fit perfect, but so I welded plates into the bottom after I cut out the top. I put welds on the inside just because I was nervous about good penetration, and I didn't want that to be a weak point on my suspension. So then I welded this plate down here and then welded that bad boy in. And same thing on that side. Well, that's it for this video. I think I did pretty good considering that I've never done anything like this before. And I had a lot of fun. It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard to figure out. It was all just pretty straightforward. Just gotta be okay with cutting your frame and then welding, which I'm not really good at welding, but I think I did good enough. Sorry that it took so long to get another video out. I've just had a lot going on with being sick and, you know, just things that happen in life. But I'm on a roll now. So in the next video, I'm going to take the K-member and install my A-frames, put my drop spindles on and everything, measure it out to where I think it's going to go, and then I'm just going to put one tack on it, one tack weld. Then I'm going to put my wheels on, and then I'm going to put my fenders on and see how it looks in the fenders. And if it looks good, after that, weld it all in. And then my front end won't be done. Keep coming back because this truck is just getting started and it's pretty sweet, and I'm really looking forward to having it done. I have a time frame of about 4 months. What I'm thinking is a month for the front end, a month for the back end, a month for the engine, and a month for the wire harness. And I know that the engine's not going to take a month, and I know that the wire harness isn't going to take a month. So I got a little bit of leeway, but I know that it's not going to be able to get done that quick because I have to figure out steering, I got to figure out shifting, I got to figure out pretty much all the odds and ends. So my goal is end of April, but I highly doubt it. I think it'll take much longer than that. This isn't going to be a 3-year project because I'm just trying to right now is to get it on the road so I can drive it. And after I get it on the road so I can drive it, then I'm going to do other things. I'll do the interior, I'll do whatever I do, the exterior, I got to figure. So this is just to get it on the road and driving in 4 months. So let's try this. Like it, subscribe it, let's do this.